Crystal. Welcome to another video tutorial by Beats and Basics. Super nice that you're watching again. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cool bracelet for men. It has a very handy sliding knot, and under the video you have a link so that you can go directly to the shop and buy all the materials you need for this necklace. So for now, have fun with the video. We need some scissors, some Hazelit jewelry glue, cutting pliers, but you can use the scissors as well, some round nose pliers, Tibetan spacer beads of 8mm, Ceylon wire thread and a beading needle, 3mm leather, Miyuki beads, black matte, a charm, this is a Maya charm, some head pins, and we're going to use toggle clasp, just the round part. I'm going to start with showing you how to make this knot that we have the toggle clasp hanging on, and later we're going to hang the charm. So we're going to start with preparing the necklace, the knot, and we're going to use the round part of the toggle clasp. We're going to hang our charm on the small part of it, the eye, and we're going to use the big round part to hang on the leather. So we're going to start with putting the toggle clasp on, and then we're going to make sure that when we double the leather, that one part is a little bit longer, because we need this extra length to wire it around the cord. So we're doubling it, and very simple, we're going to put our finger, I use my index finger, hold it against the leather, and then take the long part of the leather and wrap it around your finger once, twice, and 3 times. So here you already see what the effect will be. So now carefully you take it off your finger, and the part of the leather that you've been wrapping with, you put it through the knot and you pull it, and now you just have to tighten it. You can see by pulling the 2 different cords that you can make it, the eye, the loop, you can make it smaller and bigger, and you just keep on pulling it until the knot is nice and tight. And you can see what a lovely effect you get. I have pulled the loop a little bit too small, so I'm just pulling it out a little bit. And this is also the part that we're going to hang our charm on. And you see that the knot is 3 rows of leather on top of each other. You can see that the ends of the leather, because I made one part a bit longer, they're almost the same length, but not exactly. So I'm just going to cut off this piece of leather, and then I'm going to show you how to make the sliding knot. I made one knot to show you how it will look like, the sliding knot. So we're going to make one on the other side of the necklace. So it's easier if you have the part that you're going to wrap around on the left side. Yeah, you're going to make a loop like this, and then with the short end you're going to wrap around the 2 wires and then through the loop. And we're going to do this one more time, wrap around the 2 wires and through the loop. And this we're going to just pull tight. So because the leather, sometimes it's a bit slippery or you can't really get a good grip. So in this case, you can always use a flat nose plier, just especially the one that's not flat on the inside, so that you get a good grip. and like that. You can just pull it tight and try to keep the short end that you wrap around as short as possible, because this is lost leather. We're going to cut this off, so let's just check that it is sliding correctly. Yes, so you can see it's opening and closing, it's doing its job. And then now, this is why I like to use cutting pliers, because with cutting pliers you can get closer to the leather. So I'm just going to cut this off, and then here where the knot stops, we're going to put some glue. Now I'm going to put it on the end that I've just cut off, but I'm also going to rub the glue in with my finger, so that it basically gets in between the leather, and we can secure it. Make sure that the knot will not come loose. And to be really sure, but just watch out that you use a tiny bit of glue, because otherwise you will see the glue, it will become white, and that's not nice. So on the other side, I'm just going to put a tiny line of glue, a tiny tip of glue. Also rub it in with my finger or with your nail and make sure that any excess glue is gone. And also watch out that you don't put glue on the wire that you have to like open and close it with. It has to still slide, yeah? So let's just check. As you can see, this is sliding perfectly. You do, of course, exactly the same on the other side. And here you have your sliding knots. So now we're going to make the bead with the 8mm spacer beads and the Miyuki beads. So we're just gonna wrap it around the spacer bead so that you get a sort of see-through effect, no? That you can see the bead through the Miyuki beads. So I have threaded the Ceylon wire through the needle, and I have my 8mm spacer bead and the black Miyuki beads. The wire can just stay loose on the needle. The first thing we are going to do anyway is tie the wire to the spacer bead with a double knot. So the needle goes through the bead, and we make sure we have enough thread to go around the spacer bead. Then you just tie one knot. Yeah, and then you tie a second knot. So make sure you slide the knot close to the hole. You can just turn it, the bead. And with our needle, we are going to take 8 Miyuki beads per row. So this is why the needle is so handy to use. It just makes it a lot easier and faster to work. So now we have the 8 beads. We're going to slide these down, and we put the needle through the other side of the hole. Yes, and now you can see the row of beads is tightened against the spacer bead. So exactly this we are going to do all around the spacer bead. So I have now surrounded the whole bead. In total, I made 10 rows with the Miyuki beads. And as you can see, this is the lovely end result of the bead you just made yourself. So now we only have to cut off the wire. So you can see that automatically both ends of the wire are on the same side. So we just have to make a few really tight knots. And after you have done the knots, you can just cut the extra wire off, and any excess wire you can carefully burn off with the lighter. So now we need one head pin to finish our bead. Basically we're going to make a link with it, so you just put the head pin through the hole. Now we make a small eye or loop on one side. We take our round nose pliers for this and we just grab the pin and roll it around the head pin. And then when you have made the loop, just bend it a tiny bit the other way so that the head pin stays nice and straight, and the loop looks nice as well. Voila! Now we do exactly the same on the other side. Let's just grab our cutting pliers. With our cutting pliers we cut the pin. So we have approximately 1 centimeter left. That's what we're going to need for the second loop. So now with our round pliers, we again make a loop the same as before. And once we have done this, we bend the loop back a bit so that also this loop is nice and straight. So I have opened the loop slightly just so that I can put it through the eye of the toggle clasp. Keep in mind that you can also use a jump ring in between the link and the toggle clasp, but you can also just like me use the loop you made yourself. So with the flat nose plier you close it again. Now we're going to take our Maya charm and we do exactly the same. So we open up the loop and we put it through the charm and we close it again. There we go, our double charm necklace all done. So I hope that you have enjoyed that video. I definitely hope that you will try to make the necklace at home. And we are always very happy to see your creations. You can post them on Instagram with the hashtag Beads and Basics. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them under this video. And you can buy all the materials on www.beadsandbasics.com. Do you like our videos? Subscribe so you can see more of them. Bye!